Welcome back to my channel, family. Today you'll be experiencing something special. Yes, you'll be experiencing a new dimension in this vlog, which I call Story Time with TheAdebolaji. About a week ago, I posted a video on my Facebook page. Actually, I did on my Instagram page too, but for you to be able to view it, I would submit a report to Instagram because the sound originally doesn't belong to me, it belongs to Americans Got Talent. So I would have to submit a report on Instagram, and I felt that would take time, and so just deleted the video. So I only posted it on my Facebook page. Well, let me quickly summarize this video. So the video I posted is about a lady that has speech impediment and she sings beautifully. Let me come again. She has speech impediment and she sings beautifully. Cover your mouth. I know you are surprised. Like when I saw that video, okay, let me tell you how I saw the video. On a fateful day, and Emilimo just told me, just go and check, go and view people's status, because I hardly view status because number one, I feel like my data will waste. And number two, where I live, the network of that place is very, very frustrating. So I don't just bother viewing people's status. So that fateful day, Emilimo just told me, go and view somebody's status. And I was just scrolling and I saw TheAdebolaji. I know this person, I don't know him personally, and then he belongs to the same group one time like that, and then he sent me a message that I should add him up and all of that. And Emma just told me that I should save his contact because on the norms, I don't really do that kind of thing. I should save his contact. And that day, I just viewed the status and I saw the video. I was shocked. I opened my mouth, wow. And to cover it there, to cover my mouth there, it took me a long time. And immediately, sharp, I went on TikTok to get the video and I said, my viewers must see this. Because when I saw the video, some things were revealed to me. And I want to review those things to you today. That is why, because I know that some people will not watch the video, and I just want to tell you what I got from the video. This lady that we're talking about, her name is Amanda Maman, and she has speech impediment, and she sings beautifully, and she surprised the judges, the audience, even me, and I know she will surprise you too. When you go watch the video, I'll drop the link in my description box. She surprised us and surprised the judges and the audience at Americans Got Talent. She's a beautiful singer and a songwriter. I said Emilimo revealed some things to me, and the first thing is doubt and faith. But before I go into doubt and faith, I want to quickly tell you about this movie. It's a Mount Zion movie. The title is Recitation. Let me quickly summarize. So it's about a boy, but I can't remember the name of the boy. I don't know why. I can't remember his name. So he is a stammerer, and his teacher told him to recite 50 verses of the Bible, as in 50 Bible verses in 5 minutes. I know in real life, I know it's quite impossible because me say, if you come and tell me that you want a stammerer to come and recite 50 Bible verses in 5 minutes, I'll be like, sorry, are you joking? Share 1 minute. Sure, that kind of scenario. And then let me now move to doubt and faith. So in the life of that boy in recitation, when the teacher told himself, he was like, sir, what did you say? Then he asked, sir, how many minutes am I going to, he said, sir, how long am I going, like, is there a time duration for the recitation? And the man said 5 minutes. The boy was like, sir, it's okay, because the boy doubted himself. He knows what is actually wrong with him. And he was like, sir, if you want me to recite 50 Bible verses, it will take me 2 days. His father did not believe in him because his father was like, if my son should recite 50 verses in 5 minutes, I will start worshiping God. His father doubted him. His mother had little faith in him. Even the speech therapist that the teacher invited to come and train the boy, she was like, wait, don't build hopes in this boy, because it will be shattered. How do you expect him, a stammerer, to recite 50 Bible verses in 5 minutes? Even one of the judges in the movie, he's like, I don't want to say a show. Yes, it was a competition. So anybody that recites 50 verses, Bible verses, in 5 minutes would collect, is it about 1 million now? Around that price, I can't really remember. And the man was like, how will you bring a stammerer to come and contest for this? What do you expect him to do? So people doubted him, but his teacher had faith in him and had faith in God, that God would do something miraculous. And God being God, he did something miraculous. And that is why I want to say this. Let me tell you something. I know I'm used to that word, so I'll keep telling you guys something. Let me tell you something. Faith is you sometimes acting like a fool. Yes, the teacher had faith in him that, yes, you this boy, I trust you, you can do it. But then the man was acting like a fool. He was to the boy's father, to the boy's mother, to the judge, to the speech therapist. He was like a fool. But that is faith. Faith is you sometimes acting like a fool. Moving back to Amanda Maman, she said something during her initial interview. She said she used to be ashamed of herself. She always used to shy away and hide. But then she discovered something. She doesn't stutter whenever she sings. And this will take me back to discovering oneself. I made that video last year when I was much younger actually. And I want to recommend that video for you. This is the video here. So go watch that video because I don't want to spend much on self-discovery. The title of the video is Discovering Oneself, and you see the video in my channel. So another thing I learned in the videos, the movie and the video I posted, another thing I learned from them is self-determination. Oh God, this is key. Let me talk about recitation first. The boy was determined, yes, because when he moved towards the end of the movie, the boy kept practicing, and then he kept practicing, kept praying to God to help him. He was determined, he had a positive mindset. Same with Amanda Mama. Do you think without practice or self-determination, do you think she would have impressed the judges of America's Got Talent, including the audience? You know, it's very hard. It is difficult to impress the judges, but still she did it, and that's because she didn't give up. Permit me to use my phone here because I want to tell you some things Amanda Mama said to the judges. She said, I will be singing a song that I wrote. It's just about some hard times, and if I could go back and change those things, I wouldn't, because they made me. In my last video, I told you challenges make you stronger. This is a living testimony. The song Amanda chose recounts the ambivalent experiences she has had because of the speech impediment. In the lyrics, she alludes to the complications she has managed to overcome. The lyrics include metaphors like opening doors and losing the key to a box, for instance. With the song, she celebrates her ability to tackle self-doubt, among other things. Now, Amanda told the judges, there were times when I was a kid, when I was like, I can never do anything like this, like I'm not good enough. Yes, there is place for doubt, but when you have a positive mindset, that doubt will leave and you'll be able to make exploits. That's what she did. And do you know what one of the judges said? His name is Howie, and he said, good enough doesn't explain what we've just heard. It is not only good, it is great. Look how you are moving this audience. I believe you are moving millions of people right now. Yes, she moved me. and I know that she would move you when you read. Sorry, and I know she would move you when you watch the video. Someone commented and said, I am brought to tears by this person's courage, message and voice. Amazingly beautiful song, so thoughtfully composed and elegantly performed. Thank you so much for sharing with the world, Amanda Mama. So what am I trying to say? You must be self-determined. If you are not determined, then no matter what people do to help you will not work. It's like, I am not hungry. I am trying to force me to eat because you are like, you need strength, TheAdebolaji. You need strength to do this, you need strength to do that. But I am not hungry. So whatever people try to do for me, it will not work. Do you understand? People might wish me well, but if I do not want to do it, nobody can force me to do it. So that's like Amanda Mama. She had self-determination. She had a positive mindset that yes, all will be well. And let me quickly shake in this. You can do whatever you want to do if you put your mind to it. For example, I'm learning a language, Korean language. I'm learning Korean language. It can be difficult at some point, and when I see it, it's quite easy. And before you know it, I'll start speaking the language because it is what I want, and I put my mind to it. You want to become a doctor, and you know you are not brilliant. What do? You don't just let people's word discourage you. What do? You work towards it. I don't know, people nowadays, they easily, according to my last video, they get discouraged easily. Whatever you put your mind to, just do it. To conclude this video, have a positive mindset and know that you can do whatever you want as long as you put your mind to it. It works for Amanda Mama and it also works for the boy in recitation. And I know that when you do it, it will work for you. It has worked for me countless times. At a point, my younger brother was in the hospital and I wasn't really focused. I wasn't really focused on the boy that was hospitalized. I knew all would be well, so I did not allow myself to drown in that situation. I was in the hospital, I slept in the hospital, and I carried my book. I was even in SS2, that should be last year, yes. And I carried my book and I was reading in the midnight in the hospital. Like, a doctor even saw me, I was like, which topic are you reading? I was like, I'm reading data processing. And it was wow, I've never heard of that subject before. He was like, he said it to Yoruba that, so what was in my mind was passing. And at the end of that term, I had 90.1% overall. And that was what was in my mind. And I put my mind to that I want to pass. I want to have 90% this time around. And I did it despite the challenges and despite everything. Remember in my last video I said challenges make you stronger. Yes, Amanda Mama said it. She said if she could go back in time and change those things that happened to her, she wouldn't want to. She wouldn't want to because those things are what made her now. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for staying with me this long. I really appreciate it. And see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye bye.